What's going on, everybody? I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller. So as we all know by now, the Seiko Sarbo 17 Alpinist has been discontinued, and pretty much every day since that news broke, you guys have been writing to me asking me about viable Alpinist alternatives. Very, very interesting. Now guys, here's what I gotta say. If you're at all confused as to why the Alpinist is such a prolific watch, just try and find some similar watches, 39 millimeters, 200 meter water resistance rating, a threaded crown with a compass, just incredible styling and kind of versatility, right? I know it has a green dial, but what watch is as rugged and as refined as this? I don't know. Now I'm gonna be 100% honest with you, okay? I was hard pressed to find any watch that really nails all those specs, but I have a list of 5 watches that come pretty close. So here's the criteria for my list today. Okay, every watch on this list needs to be around 40 millimeters. It needs to have at least 100 meters water resistance rating. It needs to be rugged enough to kind of trek around with. It has to have a compass, and it needs to be cheaper than the Sarbo 17 Alpinist. Now guys, again, I gotta say, the watches on this list definitely aren't going to replace the Alpinist, but I do think they are competent alternatives. It's 10:31 a.m. Let's get down to business. Okay, so first up is the Boulder Expedition. Now this watch is kind of an obvious choice, right? I think this one comes the closest to nailing the Alpinist spec. 200 meter water resistance rating, dual crown compass. Both crowns are actually threaded on this watch. A 41 millimeter case and just an incredibly solid build. Now you can pre-order the Boulder Expedition for just around $450, and I know that's technically more expensive than the Alpinist used to be, and you may still be able to find a Seiko Sarbo 17 Alpinist for cheaper than $450, but I'm already seeing the prices climb, and a lot of Alpinists are going well above this price point. All right, next on the list is a watch I also have right here, the Seiko SSC 081. Now this is an awesomely rugged solar chronograph with a 100 meter water resistance rating, 42 millimeter case, and a compass. It is seriously tough as nails on this leather NATO strap. Now guys, I've said it before in other videos, I get more compliments on this watch than probably any other watch in my collection, and it's awesome because you can often find these for under $200. I'll leave a link in my description below. Yeah, just an awesomely rugged compass watch, and yeah, it's incredibly affordable. Easily one of my favorites in my collection. All right guys, next up is a Seiko 5, the Seiko 5 map meter. Now guys, this is an incredibly impressive watch, especially when you factor in the price. I mean, you know you're gonna get a great value with any Seiko 5. Now this map meter is a 41 millimeter automatic with a 200 meter water resistance rating, a threaded crown, and a compass. Now guys, this map meter is very clearly a dive watch, but at 41 millimeters, it's not that big at all. And if you take it off that bracelet and put it on like a Hadley Roma Cordura strap, or maybe even a NATO, it can definitely pass as a viable Alpinist alternative, and all for around $200, just a great option. All right, next up is the Timex T2P 286 from their Adventure series. Now this is easily the most affordable watch on the list, coming in under $100. It's a rugged 42 millimeter quartz with a compass, a 100 meter water resistance rating, and that Timex Indiglo nightlight. Now this Timex is just a very easy, affordable way to get into a rugged compass watch that you can take anywhere. I urge you to check it out. And last but not least is the Seiko Prospex SRPA 77J1. Now I am surprised more people don't talk about this watch because it's pretty much the direct modern interpretation of the Sarbo 17 Alpinist. It's a 42 millimeter with a 100 meter water resistance rating. It's got a compass, it's got that 4R35 automatic movement, which I'm sure a lot of you guys are gonna complain about, and it's got amazing Seiko lume. But guys, honestly, I can see this watch becoming more and more popular as the Seiko Sarbo 17 becomes more and more scarce. And there you have it, 5 Alpinist alternatives that are still incredibly attainable. Now if you're interested in learning more about any of the watches I spoke about today, click the links in my description below and check them out. Now I really do think these watches are viable Alpinist alternatives, but I think I'm gonna hold on to this Alpinist for a while. All right guys, let me know how I did. Did you like any of the watches on my list? What watches would you add to the list? Let me know, I'd love to hear from you. Leave me a comment. And guys, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time joining us here at the Time Teller channel, I wanna say welcome and thank you, and I wanna urge you to consider clicking that subscribe button. It takes 1 second and it helps me out a ton, and while you're at it, you can go ahead and click that little bell icon so you do not miss an episode of the Time Teller. There's just so much more awesome content on the way, and you don't wanna miss it. I'm telling telling you. Guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with other watch enthusiasts, other people that you think would enjoy this. I'm Jory Goodman, the Time Teller, and always remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Whoa, wait, before you go, I want to remind you that I teamed up with 937.com, the designers of this awesome Seiko SKX print, and we actually want to give away one of those prints to one of you guys. So all you got to do is follow me, the Time Teller, on Vero, and you could be entered to win this print. Not that one, because that one's mine, but we're going to be giving away a new one. Okay, so good luck. Follow me on Vero, the Time Teller. I love you.